everybody, and welcome back to another episode of TBA. I'm Caitlin, this is Matt, and we have got a great episode for you guys today.
That's right, I'm back from holidays. I had 2 weeks off. I've been sipping cocktails on the beach. It's been wonderful. I'm kidding, I was actually behind the camera. Our first segment of the week this week is News of the Week.
Thanks, guys. US Senators have formed a Friends of Australia caucus after the volatile phone call back in January. This comes after Donald Trump and Malcolm Turnbull attended a dinner in New York and downplayed the incident to press. Australian performer Rolf Harris will be released from HM Prison Stafford after serving just half of his sentence. Harris was convicted of 12 counts of indecent assault between the years of 1968 and 1986 and was sentenced to 5 years and 9 months. The Turnbull government has made new plans to drug test anyone who is trying to receive welfare payments. Those that fail will be required to enter a Centrelink income management scheme, which controls how the recipients spend their money. A man in Wollongong has been jailed for 2 months after exposing himself in Crown Street Mall. The perpetrator, Jai Verma, was inebriated at the time when he performed a move known as the helicopter. He was then arrested by police before falling asleep in his cell. Back to you guys.
Well done to Lauren there for taking journalism to new heights by reporting underwater.
Yeah, not even with a snorkel. So the next segment we have the Wings Over Illawarra, where Brona reported from the event.
Hello, I'm Brona from UOW TV, and today we're at the Wings Over Illawarra air show. I chatted to a few of the guys involved to find out a bit more about the event. What do you think events like this, like how do they benefit the community?
Well, it's a good way to demonstrate sort of like the capabilities of aircraft and show the public what's out there. Especially sort of like to show them what the military's up to, show them what's still around, show off all the whole historical aircraft that have had a big impact on the history of Australia and where we are now.
Yeah, I think it's got to have a good impact on local tourism and that type of thing. So generating jobs locally. Certainly some of the food that's here, I know they're local producers, which is really good. Certainly for us, it's really good to just get involved and be out there in the community. Being based at Albatross, we've got a fairly large presence in Nowra, but this is really only half an hour's drive away, and we're not that far at all. So it's really good for us to get out and about and be seen, and you know, let the community come in and sit in the aircraft or ask us questions if they've got them. So
we've been gathering old bits and pieces over the years and restoring old aeroplanes, and what you see in these hangars is what we've been able to save and get back in the air and showcase at air shows.
So why do you think it's important to restore and show off the old aircraft?
There's a lot of history that would be forgotten. There's lots of people died defending this country and they flew in the aircraft that you see around. And if we don't do that, future generations of Australians will have no idea what people did for the saving of this nation back in the dark times.
I actually live near where the air show was actually happening, and so we could actually see him training. But I was actually so amazed by this, to see the turnout this event had, because I was actually driving through Albion Park, I think, in the afternoon that it was happening, and the traffic was just unreal. So it was great to see like entire communities just come out just to spend the day and check out all the cool planes and helicopters and whatnot that's there. This next story actually makes me super stoked, because last week was actually May the 4th, so it was Star Wars Day, so I was devastated I missed that last week's episode. But it's all made up now, because there was a Discovery Night at the Science Centre that was Star Wars themed.
So today is the 4th of May, or May the 4th, aka International Star Wars Day. So to celebrate, we're having a Star Wars themed Discovery Night at the Science Centre.
So we have a few activities on tonight. We have a free live science show. So the show will be about the science in Star Wars and how feasible it can be to have that science in our real world. So the idea of having lightsabers or having instant space travel and stuff like that.
I'm Wally from the Illawarra Astronomical Society. We're here to help the Discovery Night, which is a Star Wars themed night because it's May the 4th. And we provide telescopes and astronomical events for the Science Centre to engage the public with. We get to show them the moon, planets, whatever's available in the sky. We love entertaining young people and watching their faces when they look at the moon through a telescope. Even something like the moon or a star through a telescope, you'll see the change in the way they look at things. They're so excited and it switches them on.
The night so far has been pretty good. It's a little cloudy, so we haven't seen too many stars with the Astronomical Society yet, but all the exhibits have been really fun and lots of people dressed up.
My name is Ty and I'm running the planetarium shows tonight. People seem to be very enthusiastic and lots of little kids seem to be enjoying themselves a lot. I love it when events like this happen at the Science Centre. It's a great way to get the community involved. So if you are interested in coming along to any of our Discovery Nights, just jump onto our Facebook page and it will keep you up to date. May the 4th be with you.
May the Force be with you.
Oh, I love Star Wars heaps. My lightsaber's just gone off.
I've never actually seen Star Wars, but that makes me want to go.
That is right. You know what you're doing after this show? You're going home and you are going to put on all 6 movies. Maybe skip the first 3.
Alrighty, we now have an in-studio interview with Darian from the president of the UOW Enviro Collective. Okay, we're joined now in the studio with Darian, the president of the UAW Enviro Collective group. So tell us a little bit about the group.
Okay, so the UOW Enviro Collective is basically just a club on campus. It's run by CSC and anyone can join at any time. Basically, our main goal is to make our campus a more active, environmentally friendly place, and we want to get as many students involved with that as we can.
We heard about the new campaign. So what is the petition about that you guys have?
So we've started a new petition because we want to make sure that things are actively progressing on campus. We don't just want to raise awareness, we want to make sure that things are actively happening. And one thing that we're very passionate about is waste management, which is why we started the petition.
Is this something that's changed from previous years?
Yeah, so especially in the last couple of previous years, it's mainly just been about raising awareness, doing film screening, etc. Whereas I think that it's really important that rather than just raising awareness, raising awareness, we actually actively make change and push our ideas.
Yeah, cool. So in a little bit more detail, what's the petition actually about?
So the main goal that we would like to achieve is to standardise all the waste management on campus. If you were to walk even 100 metres just anywhere on campus, you'd find that most of the bins are actually very different. None of them are the same. And this, I think, is very confusing for people, especially when they're not quite sure about how waste actually works. You know, where do you put your rubbish? Can this be recycled? It's very confusing. So I think that standardising waste is probably the first step into making our impact on landfill less than what it has been previously.
Have you guys seen any improvements since you've started?
Yeah, well, since we've already got well over 500 signatures in just a couple of days, which I think is fantastic.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, it's not just about getting the petitions, but getting the signatures in the petition, but I think it's all about spreading the word as well. The more people that see the petition, the more people think, oh, it sparks a chord in them, and I think that's also really important.
Aside from signing the petition, is there anything else you guys are doing to kind of push this cause?
So waste management isn't the only important thing that we want to push. There are so many other important things on campus as well. And this is something that we would definitely like to push further in the future. But because we have so many other different types of campaigns going at the same time, this is all that we're doing at the moment for waste management.
So what are your kind of roles as president of the club?
So I just make sure that everything is running on track. I make sure that we have weekly meetings and we discuss everything that we think needs attention. So things that we do is we run events, we plan events, we encourage new members to join, we manage funds, any kind of guidance that people need, people come to me and I can guide people. Any new people who would like to join, yeah.
Cool. So if new people would like to join, how are people going to reach you?
So there's several ways that you can either just learn more about or you can join. So if you just wanted to find out more information, you can like our Facebook page. It's called UOW Enviro Collective, and we share videos, we share upcoming events. That's just one way just to get in the loop. Otherwise, if you're interested in becoming a member, you can sign up through the CSC website. Otherwise, if you're interested in becoming an exec and actually helping out with what we do and planning events, then you can just contact us and we'd love the help.
Awesome.
So what are your goals for your future goals for the group?
So like I said before, all we really want to do is just to make the most active, environmentally friendly campus as possible. So just promoting as many things as we think are important. That's our main goal, so that we can get a more environmentally friendly campus. We've already, I think it was Peter, the environmental group, already named UOW the most vegan friendly university in Australia, which I think is great. It'd be great to get more environmental titles, so to speak, and to lead the way in environmental sustainability.
Awesome. Thank you very much for joining us, and thank you for all the contributions you're making to UOW
Thank you.
campus.
That's okay.
Thanks.
Georgie and Araceli are actually back for our next segment, Food for Thought.
Hey guys, welcome to the 5th segment of Food for Thought.
This is a segment where we show you how to make nutritious and very cheap meals for everyone at UOW.
Yep, so today we're going to be showing you how to make chocolate dipped strawberries.
And one of my favourites as well.
Yeah.
One of the major benefits of this is it's so rich in antioxidants from the strawberries, but also from the dark chocolate we're using. And yeah, it's a great alternative to unhealthy snacks.
Yeah. Okay, so the ingredients that you'll need are strawberries, chocolate of your choice, which we've chosen to use dark chocolate, and this is totally optional, but we've chosen to add some desiccated coconut to roll our strawberries in.
Yeah, it gives it a nice touch, absolutely.
Yeah. So now we're going to melt the chocolate. Make sure you do it over low heat so that it doesn't burn and there are no air bubbles in it, and keep on stirring. You need to keep an eye on it, do not leave it. Yeah, and it should melt really quickly, really nicely.
So we've just have our chocolate here, so it looks amazing. You can see it. There's an eye in it. So we're just going to dip our strawberries and then roll them up with coconut. And
so we're just going to dip it in some chocolate and roll it in some coconut. And yeah, and then just leave it in the fridge for the chocolate to harden. Or, you know, you can still eat it while the chocolate is melted. It still tastes just as good.
Absolutely. Pack it in a container or just leave it there and have one every day. Or multiple every day, I mean. Who are we to judge? We're vegan enough. Awesome. Alright, so let's have a try. It's a small one.
Oh, it hardened.
Oh, you actually took it. You know, that was only what? How many?
It was like
a minute?
Yeah.
Like, really? So, let's try. It's not that hard to find, like, dark chocolate, is it? Like, where did you find yours?
Yeah, like I just bought mine at Coles. It was like $3 and we got like a huge packet.
Thanks guys, that was the end of our episode for today.
Yep, thanks for joining us this week and we hope you enjoyed our recipe today.
Yeah, catch us next week where we show you how to make even more nutritious and, if we can, more cheaper foods for you guys.
Back to the studio.
The girls honestly need to bring them into the studio because they looked incredible.
I reckon. I'm not the biggest fan of strawberries, but I reckon I could give those a go.
The boys from In the Midst took to the roller derby practice event, and here's what they got.
This week, I decided to gear up and see if I could go shoulder to shoulder with the Illawarra's own roller derby team, the Steel City Derby Dolls.
As you're going along, so you try and get tight from the bottom up.
After being taught to tie my shoes by a man who is not my father, I was ready to go.
Ready to roll.
It was time for me to get down and dirty. Carly, what's your sort of role here?
I'm the president, so part of the committee, the executive committee, more so the captain of the Steel City Derby Dolls. So my responsibility in that respect is to deal with refs on game day. It is a full contact sport. I think it looks a lot worse than it is. A lot of the time we are pretty well padded up. I think starting off is the most daunting because you're not quite sure how to use your body and take those hits.
We want a co-ed team, 100%. We have 2 boys at the moment that are nearly ready. I'm trying to learn. Yeah, we definitely want more boys. We can have a co-ed team with 1 boy. So the more blokes we have, the more partners that turn up. I'm just a partner that turned up and got pulled in, and it's just a big family here. Like.
Yeah, it's a really fun thing to do. It's really good for stress relief. We do have maybe 3 or 4 uni students. Our beginner course is running on Sundays right through May until the 4th of June. We also have 2 games here at the Hub on a Saturday afternoon, 5 and 7, on the 20th of May and on the 3rd of June. So come and check out what a game looks like. Yeah.
I sort of came into this thinking, okay, yeah, I've done a little bit of rollerblading before, and I thought, oh yeah, I fall down and hurt myself a lot, but that's nothing compared to what I just went through. So I have a lot of admiration for what this is. It's time for a wrap, and I'm here to say I'm down here and it's roller derby day. My legs are sore. Everything's fire. Please send help. Ow.
I've actually seen Brad's coordination skills, and I'm pretty impressed he got that far for roller skating.
It's tricky stuff, but I can't wait to see what the boys have next week. So it's Mother's Day this weekend, and our reporters actually hit the streets to see what everyone's opinion was.
I think we're all just putting in and buying her a nice dressing gown. That's about it, really.
I got her a pair of earrings and a necklace. I got her a Swarovski bracelet. And we're going to go out for lunch, yeah.
Basically, if I don't tell her anything, she can still guess the outcomes and the causes of that behavior that I've did. So I think it's kind of like she's connected with me in the mind.
Yeah, I'd probably have to say like she's always supportive, like she's always been there for like me and all my siblings, and I don't know, she's always just been that rock that we all had.
She's very caring. She puts us before herself, and she just goes the extra mile. She's the best mom in the world.
I think the best thing is words, so I would prefer face-to-face thank you or a written letter which is written by the daughter or like the sons about their thoughts on your nurturing since they're born and nowadays, I guess.
I know, like I have enough trouble trying to pick something for my birthday, so I honestly have no idea.
Probably jewelry or vouchers so I could buy what I wanted.
Mom, I love you.
I guess like I love you and thanks for being so supportive.
Just keep doing you. You're doing a good job and that I love her.
I love you. And yeah, she's the best mum I could ever ask for. Yeah, my best friend.
Ooh, that reminds me, I should probably get my mother something for Mother's Day.
Yeah, definitely. So this brings us to the end of our show, and thank you very much for watching. So if you guys had any comments on any of the segments that we're on, just use the hashtag TBA. So yeah, we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.